Hello everyone. So this is my document versus create video, and today I will be sharing you my goal for 84 days. So from yesterday, like I made a video of me telling that I will be focusing on three things this month. That will be building my own SaaS product and scaling my business from $1,000 to $5,000 per month, and improving my communication skill, which is speaking in front of camera. So let me come back to I started using Notion in order to like document everything. So these are some of the things that I started documenting, which is a journal entry, bike petrol, like where I will write down how much money I spent for bike petrol, and this is some finance tracking. I wanted to track how much money I spend every single day to become more aware of it and work on that to like reduce my expenses and increase my earning. That's why financial tracking is very important. And apart from this, 84 days goal from yesterday till 2022 of Jan, 84 days were left. Today 83 days is left, but I will keep this title as the same. And the three important goal of my this month, I have noted it down. So today in this video I will be sharing you some things that I have come across, like how to build my own SaaS product, how I will be going about scaling my business from $1,000 per month to $5,000 per month, and how I will be focusing on improving my communication skills, how like it can be speaking or anything. So let's start with SaaS product. So building a SaaS product is like when I will be like building my own SaaS product. Let's replace the word SaaS with a software. So I want to build my own software which market needs, from which I can make money, from which I can help more people solve their problems, and as a return I will get money. So like this is the overall journey of my entrepreneurship. So that's why I am building my SaaS product. Uh, so when building a SaaS product, never ask can my idea be built. Instead ask should my product be built. Your product, should it be built? That's very important, because almost any idea can be built in today's world, but you should only build the product which market needs. You should be solving more about that in further conversation. So getting into right mindset, nobody cares about your idea. So if you have $1 billion idea, it it is worth of nothing until you start executing on it, and you will know whether that product is required by market or not. Until then, nobody gives a f about your idea. So idea into execution is business. So when you have an idea, do something about it. Don't just waste it. For the time being, your mind is a great tool of idea generation. So once you get idea, store it in a book. Even I like note it down in my Notion, or I will write it down in my book. So whenever you get an idea, note it down. That is the first thing you have to do, so that your mind is free for generating more ideas. So once you have noted it down, when your time permits, you can start working on that idea. Like take small step in making that idea a reality. So that's how it's called as idea into execution is equal to business. Your idea and execution, once you do this both, it might work out or it might fail. But failing or winning, it doesn't matter. All that matter is you executed it and you got a result. If you fail, you can like work on that mistakes on and fix that problem and build something better. Or else if you fail, you will know that this is something that people don't want, so that I can focus on something else. So if everyone likes it, nobody like. So whatever I am showing you right now, I am learning from a mentor called as Bram Canstein. You can check his profile on LinkedIn. He's a SaaS, he's a product developer, and he created and sold I think three products for I have no idea how much, thousands of dollars, but he created his SaaS product, and right now he is teaching others, people like me who are interested to learn how to build their own software. So he said If everyone likes it, nobody will love it. If that's the case, you have failed. So if you like create something product, if people will start telling that, wow, it's a great idea, uh, they will say, yeah, it's good. You will ask more people, most of them will say, "Oh, yeah, it's good." That means it's not that great. People should be crazy for your idea. For example, when there is a pandemic, if someone will discover a vaccine which will cure your this coronavirus, how will people act? People are ready to pay any amount for that vaccine. In a similar way, you should target some burning problems and create something for it. And people should love it. Until people love it, or people will just say, I like it, they actually won't buy it, and you will make up loss. And that's a failure. So, and another thing, like, uh, let's take a example of drilling machine. You want to create a hole in a wall so that you can like put painting over there. So no matter what feature the drilling machine provides or how beautiful that drilling machine is, your ultimate purpose is creating a hole in the wall. So people don't want a drill, they want a hole in the wall. So failing equal to learning. Market plus business plus technology is equal to a startup. Failing equal to learning in the sense, the more you fail, like when you build a product and put it in the market, people will either give a good response or a bad response. If people give a good response, that means your product is uh, something people want and you can work on it more and make it even better. But if people don't like it, just figure out why they don't like it, whether I'm trying to solve a problem which doesn't exist, or whether the product has some issues and that's why it failed, and then I think I can ask the feedback from them and I can make it better, and then people might like it. So failure, when you are starting out as a budding entrepreneur, failure is not an option. If you fail, that's completely all right, you can ask the feedback and improve on it. So lean startup, so this is a method they my mentor told me. Whenever you get an idea, build, do MVP experiment. So MVP in the sense it's the most viable product. So whatever you have an idea, let's say you want to like build a big software, you need not like start with a big software, you should start with a small part of that, so that you can understand whether this is something people are willing to buy. More of this I will like continue in further session. So if you like create something in the small scale and then people are willing to pay money for it, then you can like expand to a large scale. And that's how you should be going about it. It's not like you build a big software and then you go for people to whether buy my product, and it doesn't work like that. So this is something which I didn't knew earlier. I thought I should build my own software first and then market it. But if you solve something that people want to buy, you need not market that much, it will automatically get sold. So ask yourself this question: do customer consider it top three problems they have? If customers would directly adopt this solution, if you provide it right to them, for example, if you provide a solution for coronavirus, people are ready to adopt it for any amount of money. If you solve the problem, do you have ways to deliver it? So let's say, take an example of coronavirus itself. If you create a vaccine, do you have any idea of how you will like deliver that vaccine to the customer, whether in the form of syringe, whether in the form of box, or like I'm not a like medical student, but I'm just giving you a brief idea of how these things work. So usually when you get an idea, if you start working on it without validation, like without asking the market whether it's required or not, because you think that idea is a bit shiny, you end up in no business. So if you build something just because you have the skill and you think it might work without like validating, it will eventually go to zero business value. So one of my startup which me and my friends worked on last year, it went to no business value. So even I have some bad experience in startup, but this won't stop me to build my own startup. Uh, so next comes A minimal viable product. So minimal viable product is an code or no code that helps you validate most riskiest assumptions of your idea. So whenever you get an idea, never assume anything. You always ask your customer, because your customer is the ultimate person who is paying you for your product. So you live because of your customer. Your customer pays you. So you should build something which your customer requires. Unless it's no use. Just because you have skills, if you build something, then it's not required by customer. It's waste of time. So here is the best example of that. So whenever you have an idea, you build. Let's say your ultimate idea is ultimate startup. Let's say car was never invented. So if you build an entire car, so initially if you call your this tire as a MVP, people won't understand what this tire is about. So let's say you are explaining someone who never saw a car, and you show them a tire and you say eventually this tire will look like a car. They don't know what car is, and if you show them a tire and you say that it will help you move from A to B, it won't work out, because people will never able to like imagine a car. Right now car exists, but just imagine if car doesn't exist, just with the help of tire are you able to explain somehow how car looks, how you can like four people can sit, all this stuff. But instead of this, if you do like this, let's say you have a car in mind, car was never existed. So what is the purpose of the car? To take person from point A to point B. So instead of creating an entire car, you start with something like skateboard. So where you put two tires, you put and you stand on that. Now people are able to understand that this tool is used to move from A to B, and eventually your people will give you more feedback that I can't control the direction of it. So you add something called a steering, but still the customer will use it for a while and say there is no brake and there is no stability in this. Then you like convert it to cycle, and then people will say it takes more efforts, energy, and then you convert it to a bike. Now it has engine and everything, but still people will say it's very hard to like ride this, and then you convert into car. This is something author of this my mentor told me how to go about building a startup. It should be something people can imagine. It should be basic form of something which people can imagine. So how you can like do all this, like before building a big company, how can you start with a small? So first question you should ask is there a demand? So if there you think there is a demand, you should create a landing page for it. So landing page can be anything. So let's take an example of a landing page. So google.com, this is a landing page. So the Google is a search engine, that is a landing page. And I think I can give you a better example, but I'm just thinking how to give a, okay, buffer. Okay, this is the landing page. So here like you can buy this tool or something. So this is the landing page. And by fake door, it means when you create some product, you have something in mind but you didn't create it, you can just tell to the public that I have created this but it's not ready yet, are you interested? If you are interested, you can sign up. It work. I can't show you literally how it works, but that is something to give you an overview. You can like pre-order, like before even you create, you can take money from people. Now you can understand whether this product people are willing to pay for something that I am gonna create. If they're not willing to pay, that means your product is not that great. uh, and the author told me to like go through many articles, this one which I will go through tomorrow in college when there is some free time. So this is how I will be like proceeding with my startup idea. I just started. I am learning more and more from the author Bram Keinstein himself. You can search his profile on LinkedIn. he's a great startup creating teacher. So I'm looking forward to build my own SaaS product, and I have started my journey. So apart from this, uh, I have undergone Raj Shamani. Raj Shamani is my favorite public speaker. So he has his own course for people who are aspiring to become great public speaker and who wants to talk on TEDx and those kind of things. I am very passionate in those areas, and that's why I purchased his course, and I learned a lot of things which I will I can't show you exactly how it is, because you will have to pay for it, not because I want the money, but he created something with his efforts, so I want you to pay it and check it out. So that's entirely about how my day was. So I will just come to the desktop. So here you can see that I just changed the view of my desktop. Be kind to yourself. If you're watching this video, tell these four things to yourself. Whenever you feel pressurized, whenever you feel like you're not doing enough product, you are not being enough productive, and everything is going against you, just say these four things. I am nice, I can do this, I am capable of doing this, I am successful. I am nice, I can do this, I am capable of doing this, I am successful. Tell this, and everything will be great. So this thing you are seeing in the right is I wanted to like create my video in the form of, I wanted to add something engaging in the start. Maybe today in this video it was not as engaging. You can like replay and just check it out. I forgot to add this. So every day when you create a video, you should start it with a hook. Like I have to make it bit engaging in the start so that you guys will watch the entire video, and after that like I will have to tell you what exactly I will be covering in this video, which I did. I remember I just told you in the start what I will be like talking about in this video, and after that like I want to note the wake up time so that I in future I can come back here and check out what time I woke up every single day when I was like struggling. And trust me, waking up time, it doesn't matter that much. Only thing that you do throughout your wake up time, that matters. So today I woke up at 9 p.m, 9 a.m in the morning, sorry. So I also wanted to like keep a track of my social media, so I put it in the desktop so that every day I create my video in somewhat this format. So on my, it's not loading. Wait. Oh god. Thank you so much for being so patient over here. So my Instagram follower is 611, and my LinkedIn following is 623, and my Twitter following is I think 30. I think that's all that I wanted to track, and my Twitter is not 30, it's 29. So I was supposed to share a book summary, but today's video is already lengthy because I shared about my startup. So the topic about today was the startup thing, and okay, feedback. So just wanted to share you that if you notice any improvement in me, do let me know in the comment section. And also if you want me to cover more aspects of my life, it can be startup, it can be anything that you desire and you want me to like explain more about. So I will definitely try, not try, I will add it in the further videos if you let me know in the comment section. So CTA in the sense call to action. Like in the end of the video, I should tell you that do this, do that. But this is the overview of me giving you an idea of how I am looking forward to make more of my videos. So now you know all this. I can't use this. I will use it anyways. So I got holiday for 2 days. One day was Saturday and the other day was Sunday. So tomorrow there will be college, and it's a bit late. It's 12:07 a.m. right now. So as soon as this video is done, I'm gonna go and sleep. Tomorrow morning, I will be riding in my bike to college. It's a great experience. Coming to college with your own bike. So overall experience is amazing. I just spoke to. I also have some more challenges. So Rachamani told me to interact with one new person every single day. So today I interacted with Devrat. He is an 17-year-old entrepreneur who makes $20,000 per month on Fiverr and also has his own agency. And I had a chat with him on WhatsApp and LinkedIn, and I'm looking forward to learning from him. He will also help me to scale my Fiverr from $1,000 to, no, on Fiverr I'm not making $1,000. I'm making $1,000 outside Fiverr, but on Fiverr also he will help me push from $5,000 per month, something like that. So basically he will help me to scale. So I'm looking forward to like learn and engage with him. So I spoke to my best friend, and today my overall day is awesome. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I wish you a happy, safe, and good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.